to Psalm 63. Psalm 63. Beginning at verse number 1. And it says, "You, God, are my God. I earnestly seek you.
Yes.
I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you.
Yes.
In a dry and parched land where there is no water, I have seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you.
Oh, yes.
I will praise you as long as I live.
Amen.
And in your name I will lift up my hands. I will be fully satisfied as with the richest of foods. With singing lips my mouth will praise you. On my bed I will remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night. Because you are my help. I sing in the shadow of your wings. I cling to you, and your right hand upholds me. Those who want to kill me will be destroyed. They will go down to the depths of the earth.
Amen.
Come on and look at somebody beside you this morning and say, my strange addiction. Amen. 10 and under, y'all can be dismissed today. Look at somebody on the other side and say, my strange addiction. So if the truth be told, most of us have something that is strange about us.
Yes.
I know we all want to pretend like we're normal, but under the rib cage of every person in here beats the heart of a slight weirdo. Yeah, we all have something about us that isn't quite right. Something that is out of the ordinary. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything over the top, but each and every one of us has something about us that deviates from the norm. Some of us have walks that are a little strange, and some of us have a way, Rodney, of pronouncing certain words that is strange. And then there are those of us that have ears that are shaped just a little bit strange. Again, nothing major, nothing to put us in Ripley's Believe It or Not, but just something that's not quite like everybody else. Let me dig a little deeper. Some of us have rituals that are strange. We have to put all our clothes on in a certain order. Or we have to make sure all of our carpet threads go the same way after we vacuum. We can only go to work on a certain specific route. And every shoe in the closet must be facing a certain way. We have strange rituals that we follow. Others of us have strange superstitions that we believe. On the sidewalk, you cannot step on a crack, or for some reason it will supposedly impact your mother's back. We have the strange belief that sitting with your purse on the ground will change your financial status. But somehow we don't believe that tithing will also. We have the strange belief that an itch on our hand indicates financial wealth is coming, rather than we might have a rash. I know some of us are laughing, but if it isn't one strange thing, then it's another. All of us are odd in one way or the other. I'll be the first to admit, I will surely raise my hand. Not only do I have one thing that's strange about me, I have quite a few. In almost any instance, I absolutely do not want any of my food to touch the other food. And the part that touches the other food and has the juice on it, I absolutely will not eat. When I get in the shower, there is only one end of the shower that I can always get in, and I will never go in the other way. And when I watch TV, I never ever turn the volume on 4 or 17 or 29. My volume must always be set on a number that is divisible by 3. But I know that thing y'all love. I got a lot of stuff that's strange about me, Jayla. I got a lot of things that are different just like you, but I have one very strange addiction, and that is the Almighty God. I know that doesn't sound so odd, but let me explain. It's not just that I love him, Mr. Warden. It's not just that he's my God, Judy. It's not just that I worship him. No, I am addicted to my Lord and Savior. Amen. God the Father, Jesus the Son, and the Holy Spirit the Comforter. I am addicted to my God. Amen. To make it clear, let's refer back to the definition of addiction from Wednesday night. Addiction is characterized by the inability to consistently abstain, impairment in behavioral control, craving, diminished recognition of significant problems with one's behavior, and a dysfunctional emotional response. Addiction often involves cycles of relapse and remission. Without treatment or engagement in recovery activities, addiction is progressive and it can result in disability or even premature death. In other words, when we're addicted, we can stop, but we can't stay stopped. When we're addicted, we cannot control ourselves. When we're addicted, our response is out of the ordinary, and sometimes addiction gets worse and worse. That's how I am about my God. I can't say that I never stopped loving him like I should, but I couldn't stay stopped. But yeah, because I'm addicted, and when it comes to my strange addiction to God, I simply cannot control myself. Sometimes, as you saw this morning, I have a response that is not ordinary. If you think about it, it's really strange. Because when it comes to my strange addiction to God, I cry when I really am happy. And I dance when there's no visible partner. I run and ain't nobody chasing me. Do I have anybody in here today that might have the same strange addiction that I have? Do I have anybody that says that sometimes I don't stick to God close like I should, but then I find myself running right back to him again? Anybody that says I too might have a strange addiction, Pastor Kim, because I find myself laughing when I should have been crying. I should have been caught looking down, but everything going on around me, but I still found myself looking up. I might have this strange addiction because when I hear somebody just talk about him, something stirs up on the inside of me that I just cannot control. When somebody even starts to mention God, I begin to get messed up in my strange addiction. If somebody just opens up and says, "The Lord is my shepherd," I start to get goosebumps up and down. And if somebody from the old church says, "What's the matter with Jesus?" I can't help but finish it with, "He's all right." And don't you dare come around me with my strange addiction and say, "God is good." Then it's going to almost kill me not to respond with the response and say, "All the time." If you just talk about him, if you just talk about, don't you mess around and say, "He's Alpha and Omega." And if you want me to lose and come around me with that good, oh, magnify the Lord with me. And if you really want to get a dysfunctional response from me, then all you got to do is start off a sentence with, "And when I think about the goodness of Jesus." Do I have anybody in the house this morning that says, when I begin to hear somebody talk about him, then my addiction flares up again? I got a strange addiction to this God of mine. I'm crazy about this God of mine. I'm hooked on this God of mine. But it's not just me. It's also the writer of this psalm. Some believe that it was written by David and some do not. But whoever the author is, I believe that they had the same strange addiction that I had. For the writer says, "You, God, are my God. Earnestly I seek you. I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you." That sounds like somebody that's hooked on God like I am. But then they go on to explain, and as they explain, it shows me more of why I'm addicted to this great God. Do you mind if I share with y'all why this morning? First of all, I have my strange addiction to God because nobody can fill me like he can. Look at what it says. It says, I will be fully satisfied as with the richest of foods. And that's what my God does. He fills me up like nothing else can. He makes me full. He makes me complete. That's why I'm addicted to him. Because I've wasted so much of my life trying to be made full with things that were inadequate fillers. I thought that relationships would do it, but they left me empty. I thought that money would do it, but it left me empty. I thought that attention would do it, but it left me empty. The only thing that I've ever been able to find that put more into me than it took out of me was God. Let me just do some practical teaching since we already shouted right here. We must be very careful about anything that consistently empties us but never puts anything back in. If there is something, a man, a woman, a job, a business, a ministry, a friendship that always withdraws and never deposits, we need to be careful about getting hooked on it. Because if I get hooked on something that only depletes me, then I run the risk of becoming addicted to being empty. Yeah, I hate to take this turn. It was such a sweet sermon, didn't it seem like? But this is where the Holy Spirit led me. Some of us are tied to some ticks. Some of us are linked to some leeches. Some of us are bound to some bloodsuckers. And if we're not careful, we're going to end up empty trying to keep everybody else full. Now, I'm not saying don't pour into anybody. I'm just saying that we must be sure that we have some relationships that have the ability to replenish what other relationships take out. Will you please preach your first point to your neighbor and tell them you can't run on empty? Yeah, look at somebody on the other side and say you can't run on empty. You need somebody that's going to be able to pour back into you. God is my strange addiction, because every time that the world takes all I have, God steps in and fills me back up again. Every time that the virtue is almost gone out of me, God steps in and put back everything that I lost. So if you're in the house this morning and you're feeling like you're almost on empty, if you're in the house today and you feel like you don't have much more that you can give, then you might want to go on with me into this addiction, because can't nobody fill you back up like God can. When my joy was almost gone, he restored my joy. When my peace was almost gone, he restored my peace. When my hope was almost gone, he restored my hope. Discovered about God, James, he is my constant supply. He never leaves me empty. Whatever I lose, God always replaces. He is my supply. Is there anybody in the house this morning that knows God to be a constant supply? Is there anybody in here that was mine now on empty? But God came back and he filled you up one more time. I need to know if I got some real folks that'll say, I almost couldn't hold my head up because life had sucked everything out of me. Oh, but God showed himself strong, and he came to be my constant supply. Then I dare you to take a moment and look up towards glory and say, God, I thank you for my constant supply. Come on, say, God, I thank you for my constant supply. We always preach that God is a deliverer, but it's not just that God brings me out, it's that he brings what I need. He delivers what I need. Do I have any folks this morning that'll say he is my deliverer? Jesus. Because sometimes before I even call him, sometimes before I even tell him, he's already ringing my doorbell and saying the deliverer is here. I didn't come to bring you out today. I came to bring you what you need. That's why I'm addicted to God, because he is my constant supply. Somebody open up your mouth and say, God, I thank you for my constant supply. God, I thank you for my consistent delivery. God, I thank you that you always show up right on time. God, I thank you that you know exactly what I need before I even know that I need it. For every tick in my life, for every leech in my life, for every bloodsucker in my life, God balances the scales. Because every time they suck me dry, God fills me back up again. And you think I ain't gonna be addicted to it when he knows what I need before I need it, when he delivers what I need before I ask him, when he replaces what they take from me. Somebody open up your mouth and say, I'm addicted to God because he fills me up. I'm a move. Yeah, he's my strange addiction. Yeah. He's my strange addiction. The second reason that he's my strange addiction is because I have seen his glory. And I have seen his power. Verse 2 says, I have seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. There have been so many times when I've had the honor of witnessing God's glory and God's power. And just like the writer says, so many times I've seen it right in the sanctuary. I've seen God change lives right in the sanctuary. I've seen God mend families right in the sanctuary. I've seen God kill suicidal spirits right in the sanctuary. That's why corporate worship is so important. It's not just so that we can come together, but it is so that we can witness God's glory and we can witness God's power together. I need to see what God does in you, and you need to see what God does in me. We need to be witnesses to what happens when the Lord chooses an immediate demonstration of his power. Because once I saw his glory and his power at work, I was addicted. Once I saw it with my own eyes, Sandy, I wanted to see that same glory and that same power over and over again. I was addicted. Is it anybody in here that's ever witnessed the magnificence of God's power? Yeah, is it anybody in here that can remember when you saw him do what only a miracle could do? Yeah, is it anybody that's ever seen a drug addict give God their hand? Yeah, is it anybody that's ever seen a troubled child stumble on back down the aisle? Is it anybody that's ever witnessed a broken family be united in the sanctuary through the Holy Spirit? There is something addictive, Rodney, about seeing God's power at work. Let me see if I can make it more personal. Is it anybody in here that's ever had the glory fall on you and you knew that it had to be God? Is it somebody in here that ever had the power to work in your own life? If that's you, will you just look at your neighbor, if you don't mind, and tell him, I've seen his power. Yeah, tell him with conviction, I've seen his power. Yeah, when I was on my sick bed, I saw his power. When I didn't have a job for 6 months, I saw his power. When I had a habit that I could not break, I saw his power. When I never should have made bail, I saw his power. Is there somebody in the house this morning that will say, I know you got a good testimony, but I've seen God's power for myself. When my light bill was 3 months past due, I saw
person and say, I witnessed his word. I don't need nobody to tell me I witnessed his word. Can I just say it like I feel it and stop being proper? In the old church were here, they say, I seen him do it. When grandmama was here, I seen him do it. When we didn't have no organ, I seen him do it. When there walked no drums, I seen him do it. When mama laid her face on the altar, I seen him do it. When she dragged her child up here, I seen him do it. When they tarried all night in prayer service, I seen him do it. Can I get one old head in the house that'll blow your head back and say, I seen him do it? When I couldn't do it for myself, I seen him do it. When somebody said it would never work out for me, I seen him do it. When they said there's no way you're going to be able to preach, I seen him do it. When they said you can't start a church in Butler, I seen him do it. When they said a woman will never hold it together, I seen him do it. I don't want nobody to think this is my testimony. This is a testimony for Jesus Christ. Because there wasn't nothing that I did for myself. I seen God do it. When my grades weren't good enough to get me in, I seen him do it. When my business plan wasn't nothing but a long shot, I seen him do it. When they tried to hold that child back in school, I seen him do it. When they said you could never conceive and have a baby, I seen him do it. And when I saw God do it, that initiated my strange addiction. I got hooked, Marcus, when I saw God go hard. Is there somebody in the house today that'll say, I went to Sunday school all my life. I went to church Sunday after Sunday. But when I really got hooked on Jesus, when I saw him go hard for me, when I saw what he could do for me, when I saw how he could deliver for me, that's when I got hooked. Has God ever gone hard for anybody in here? Has God ever opened a door that should not have been opened? Has God ever dealt with some folks and how you got there? No, I'm talking about when God went hard for you. I don't know about you, but God had to go hard for me because my reputation was messed up and my attitude was jacked up and my mind was messed up. Oh, but God went hard for me and he showed his power. And when I saw his power, I was showing up addicted. Because I discovered, Renata, that Jesus is my help. Because verse 7 says, because you are my help, I sing in the shadow of your wings. Your right hand's upon me. Those that wanted to kill me are going to be destroyed. Because you are my help. Come on and say, because he is my help. Because he is my help. Now I want you to get your situation on your mind. I want you to get what you got to face on your mind. And then I want you to speak over your own situation and say, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but because he is my help, I don't know what the end is going to be for me, but because he is my help, I don't know how God's going to make this thing come together. But because he is my help, bureaucracy can't stop you. Because you have help, racism can't taint you. Because you have help, depression can't bury you. Because you have help. Come on and say, because I got help. Because I got help. That was not an accounting error. That was your help. Misdiagnosis. That was your help. That was not a lucky break you got. That was your help. And I have can take it. Because I got help, I know I will have victory. Somebody say, because I got help, can I just prophesy? Your addiction is going to save you. Your addiction is going to keep you. Because of your love of Christ, you ain't got to worry about a thing. Because you got hooked on Jesus, you ain't got to worry about a thing. As long as you're hooked, you still got help. As long as you're addicted, you still got help. So can we do what the writer said? He said, because of my addiction, I have an unnatural, dysfunctional response. So I know you got some trouble in your life. I know you got some stuff you're going through. I know you got some problems you got to face. But I dare you to get your hands up and get a smile on your face and give the enemy a dysfunctional response. Because it don't make no sense for you to smile with what you're going through. It don't make no sense for you to praise with what you're going through. But I'll be dysfunctional. I'll be addicted. I need the enemy to know that no matter what comes and no matter what goes, I still got a dysfunctional response. I will bless the Lord at all times, and His praise shall continually be in my mouth. If there's anybody in this house that's broken, we'll bless Him. If there's anybody in this house that's sick, and we'll bless Him. If there's anybody in this house that's hurting, we'll bless Him. I dare you to bless Him in a dysfunctional way, with a smile on your face, with joy in your heart. I dare you to bless Him, and it don't make no sense with what you're going through. You ought not to praise Him with how you feel right now. You ought not to praise Him with how your children are acting. You ought not to praise Him. But I'm addicted, so I'm dysfunctional. I'm addicted, so I'm dysfunctional. My response is unnatural. My response is out of order. But God, I bless you. God, I give you glory. God, I love It's not based on my circumstance. My response is based on my addiction.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Because as long as I'm hooked, I got help. As long as I'm addicted, I still got my anointing. I'm addicted. So I don't care. People say I'm crazy. I am crazy. I don't care when people say you're doing too much for what you got. It's because I'm dysfunctional. I got an addiction that says whatever I put your hands to do,
Yes, God.
and I give you the help to do it. Sharonda tries to hold my feet to the fire, but I have to remind her I'm dysfunctional because I'm addicted. God has got me so twisted that I believe everything He says about me. And it used to be a time that I believed everything that the world said.
Yeah, come on.
But then, when I got dysfunction, out of the ordinary, I started believing what God said about me. Can I tell you how to get free? Get addicted.
Amen.
Because see, when you get addicted to God, you're going to keep coming.
Yes.
You're going to keep studying. You're going to keep dreaming.
Amen.
You're going to keep believing. Because that's what His Word teaches us. That's what His Word pours into us. And when I get addicted, I start believing what the Word says.
Yeah.
And I start doing what the Word says. And then I start to get the results of what the Word says.
Yeah.
I cannot say, Lawanda, that there aren't other things that I'm still addicted to. Absolutely.
Right.
That I should not be. But my strange addiction, that's my help.
Yes.
Said, because you are my help,
Yes.
you uphold me with your right hand.
Thank you, God. Yes.
And I will be full as with the richest of foods. Because you are my help.
That's it.
Ain't nobody
Nobody.
do you like Jesus.
Nobody. Nobody.
Whatever your other addictions are, I know you're working on them. I know we're getting better every single day. But there's one addiction I want us to strengthen. Strong. Take more and more of it.
Yes.
Get deeper and deeper in it. Stronger. Don't listen. Listen to what I'm telling you here. Don't let those other addictions make you think that you can't draw closer to God. I've been teaching on this for a few weeks now. Keep strengthening this addiction. Eventually, everything else that holds you is going to have to let you loose.
That's it.
It's not going to be able to do it. Your dysfunction in Jesus is going to be so strong. It's not going to be able to hold on to you. I got a strange addiction. Man's got a strange addiction. I got a strange addiction. And I like it.
Amen.
I got a lot of other stuff going on. I have an addiction to Jesus Christ. To His service.
Amen.
To His worship. To His praise. I got an addiction. The doors of the church are open. If there's one here today that wants to give your life to Christ, why don't you come? If you haven't known Christ and you want to know Him, why don't you come? If there's someone here today who's known Christ and strayed away and you want to come back to Him, why don't you come? And then if there's someone here today looking for a church home, this is your recovery meeting where you come to meet with all the other addicts that are addicted to Jesus.
Yeah.
Would you come? There's one. Would you come? This is your moment.
Yes.
Only you can take my breath away.
Yeah.
God, only you can take my breath away. Only you.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
You take my breath away, then you breathe new life into me. Only you can take my breath away. God, only you. You take my breath away. Only you. You take my breath away, then you breathe new life into me. Lord, breathe into me. Lord, breathe into me. Lord, breathe into me. Once again. Can everybody say that, Lord? Lord, breathe into me. Yeah, I need you. Lord, breathe into me. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Lord, breathe into me. Once again. Lord, breathe into me. I like how y'all singing that. Yeah, let's sing it together. Come on. Lord, breathe into me. Because they're going to take the life out of me when I go to those doors. Lord, breathe into me. Woo! Once again. Lord, breathe into me. Lord, breathe into me. Lord, breathe into me. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. I know I messed up last time, but
Yes.
one more time. Once again. I didn't do what I should have with my last chance, but once again. Last time. Once again. Come on, stand on your feet in this house. Let's get ready to dismiss.
Yeah.
We're going to